By the way, Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports, Tigers -130 favorite. Matt Boyd, huh?
Yeah.
And this is my other thing. They're like, oh, this is over. The Cleveland Guardians, a division winner, right up against the best record in baseball, right in there. Their second most important game of the season so far, Matt Boyd is starting.
Yes, sir.
Dude's given up like 17 hits in his last 5 innings or something. 17 hits and walks. Like this is what we've seen. The almighty Dodgers last night tied a playoff record for home runs allowed in a game.
Mm-hmm.
They have no pitching.
Yep.
The Dodgers have no pitching. And Mookie Betts and Ohtani, 0 for 8, no shot to win.
Yep.
They got no shot to win. And now it's flipped, and it's 1-1, and San Diego's got the home field advantage. If Skubal does what he's supposed to do, it's 1-1. The Tigers got home field advantage. The get-in price for the next game on Wednesday is like $300. That place is going to be a madhouse.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
An absolute zoo, dude.
Look what the Phillies had to do to salvage one. Like, seriously, the Phillies who ran and hid, right? I mean, look what the Phillies had to do.
Trash city.
Just to salvage one. I mean, it's the Major League playoffs, man. Relax, take a deep breath. I think because, you know, it's been some time. Maybe people forget. I don't know. Maybe people forget. I still remember, Neil, I laugh all those times that Moneyball was going to get the Tigers. Remember? They were going to get them in 2006, and surely they were going to get them in 2012. I mean, that's the stuff in 2013. That's the stuff you hear all the time. Relax, deep breath. Best pitcher in baseball is on the mound today. I like their chances.
Detroit Arrow, I was waiting for the negativity to trickle in on the Tigers. A lot of Detroit sports fan base can't stay positive. It's exhausting having to share a love of these teams with these nincompoops. Props to you for dropping a nincompoop.
Right? I ain't heard that one in a while.
That's been a minute.
It's an OG insult.
You know, it goes both ways, though. And you know, maybe you're going to be the guy that gets mad at me now. It goes both ways because can I tell you what? There was a time when you brought up Matthew Boyd, I kind of twitched a little bit, right? I did.
Yeah, he's part of the core.
Yeah, he's part of the core. Daniel Norris and Matthew Boyd, that's all we need.
You know Daniel Norris lives in a van?
He did. Oh, that was a great story. He shaved with an axe.
Right.
Can I borrow your axe? I need to take a little off of this. But that's and you know, then we brought up the Phillies and Castellanos wins the game. And remember they made that deal too, and you had people saying, man, that's a great deal. Avila really, he fleeced them. And the Twins starts to happen and stuff. So in fairness, I feel you. I'm with you. There's a lot of, you know, strange negativity right now. But the flip side to that, and it goes back to the screams, are these people telling us, no, don't worry about this. Daniel Norris has got it. And Matthew Boyd has got it. And Al Avila Al Avila has made great trades. I mean, so it kind of goes both ways. And thus, some people have a tendency to become jaded because of that.
No question. And Woodward Sports Chat thread jump into there. Mike O'Neill, you're on point. The Tigers aren't going to win every single game. No, they're supposed to, Mike. I don't know if you know this or not. They're supposed to run through the playoffs undefeated.
It's like college football. Yeah. You have to win every game to win a championship. It's just that's the way it is.
Just a fan. The Tigers had a letdown after beating Houston, just like they had a letdown after they clinched the playoffs. Just a fan. They clinched the playoff berth, so you know what they were doing then, right? Lining up the pitching.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a letdown or anything like that. They wanted to give Job a spin. They wanted to line up their pitching. I know it's been a decade since we've been involved in this, so we might have forgot. Hell, we didn't even know how the playoffs worked when we got here. That's how new money we were.
Did you say Joba?
No,
not Joba Chamberlain. Don't do that.
That's a shoulder twitching.
Starting again.
Joba Chamberlain.
Cody Engel. Neil's acting like this is new with fans. I don't remember seeing it like this.
No, I don't.
It's because of the fashion that it happened to. But we've been doing this all year with the Lions. They're up and down. They go by every game instead of looking at the big picture, and that's the problem with the fan base.
Would you agree it's gotten worse recently?
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like
because we're so starved, though.
No,
I mean,
I don't think it's. I think it's deeper.
You know
than
what
that.
it is?
The TikTok
honestly,
generation, man.
I think we're inundated with it on television now. We see the dumb images like, "Did the Cowboys save their season?"
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
Probably that with the political season. And
I always go back. Do you know what I think patient zero is here? LeBron and his legacy. Like, I'm serious. We have had conversations about LeBron's legacy for 13 years now.
That's facts.
What does this change LeBron's legacy? It's 2011. Think about all the things he's done since then. My gosh, and things yet to do. We still can't have that conversation about his legacy, but it really is the information now and the hot take now and all that stuff. It drives me out of my mind. Relax. You know what? If you're one of those guys, you're waiting to jump on the Tigers. You're waiting to jump on me. You're waiting to jump on Neil. You're waiting to jump on either of these guys. Okay, you know what? You're going to have that opportunity in just a few hours. I swear, you are. The opportunity is going to exist. If you want to call KG or Spenny or Neil or I slapdicks, you're going to have that opportunity. If the Indians beat Skubal today, you can get up on the pulpit and talk about how smart you are and how we're all dumb and we were dumb fans thinking with our hearts instead of our head. Just wait a few hours, man. You'll have that opportunity. And if it doesn't, you can pull an Ermanni and disappear. So, I mean, either way, just wait a few hours and we can have that conversation, okay?
You want to know the other deal, like Saturday, like Holton's coming under fire and stuff like that?
Yeah.
5 through 9 in the lineup was 1 for 17.
Yeah, it was bad.
Can't win.
Yeah.
At a baseline, you can't win. Because somebody in the chat said Holton's got to figure out a way to work his way out of that inning. Wouldn't have made a difference.
Right.
5 through 9 was 1 for 17. And guess what, guys? That's what we have been a majority of the time.
Yep.
That's what we've been.
0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. That's been the story all season, too.
Like, that, we did kind of have a relapse to what it's been. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and Spenny, all right, let's get this out of the way because it's close to the break. Have you come down about the Skubal thing starting on Saturday?
No, not really.
Why?
Because I wanted to see Skubal on the mound to get the series
On
off
3
right.
days rest?
Yes.
On 3 days rest.
Yes.
When there's overwhelming data that pitchers on 3 days rest are nowhere near as effective.
Yes.
It's not a Mortal Kombat power meter.
It's the playoffs.
It doesn't just start a little lower.
It's playoffs.
That's true.
But does the equation change in what they need to win?
Yes.
It does? No, so they don't need 2 Skubal starts to win and a bullpen win.
No, they need 3 wins.
Right, which would be 2 Skubal starts and a bullpen win.
Yeah,
right?
you might not get a second Skubal start.
But if he didn't win anyway, you might not get a second Skubal
But if he
start
played
anyway.
game 1 and wins, you're guaranteed to get 2 at least.
So we just ignore the data then. We ignore the data about
it's the
pitchers on
playoffs.
3 days rest.
It's the playoffs.
We ignore
I
it.
follow your logic there, though. Like, if we're going to have this conversation, I think Spinny's got a point. We might not get a second start.
Yeah.
Right, but if you're not getting Skubal at his best, you're not getting a Skubal start. And for a guy that's thrown 190 innings in the last 2 years, who's up over 200 this year. You see where I'm going? You see what road I'm going down
Yeah,
here?
can we push the starts past 6? This would be a perfect start for me. But no, I get what he's saying. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought game 2, because again, that formula was the same. You have to have the conversation has to start with winning the Skubal starts. It has to, okay? Then you say to yourself, we got a 1 out of 3 chance. We got a 1 out of 3 chance, whether it be 2 games in Comerica Park and 1 game at whatever they're calling their park this year, because it changes so much. But really, you've got a 1 in 3 chance beyond that. But Spenny, see, I'm thinking of your logic. I can't get that out of my head. You might not have that.
You might
second
not get
shot.
a second Skubal
You might
start.
not have that
Right.
second.
But you won't get a second Skubal start if you start him at 80% and they lose a game. And
Yeah.
you lose a Skubal start.
I still like Skubal at 80% over a bullpen day, though.
Yeah.
True.
I do.
To start
Now,
the
I'm not-
series,
listen, I'm on your side. I'm playing the role of devil's advocate here. I thought it was smart to wait till game 2, but I understand the logic of what he's saying. I mean,
Yeah.
you can.
I knew
and
they
that's-
were going to do it. I knew they weren't going to put
Yeah,
Skubal
yeah.
start. So, yeah, I mean.
And hindsight is 2020. I wanted Skubal to start too, but when you look at the fact that they gave him no Tyler Holden or any of the other pitchers no run support, if Skubal goes out there, you probably don't give up 7 runs in a ball game, but if you're not going to provide the run support, then it was all for naught anyway. I would much rather have him rested and try to rebound in game 2, and you still going to have him at home as well. So
And you weren't. Listen, if this series concludes, God forbid, on Thursday, you weren't going to get that bullpen win anyway.
Right.
You weren't going to get that bullpen win.
Yeah.
You know, that's just. I mean.
But Neil's logic is the same. You need your bullpen to steal a game, just flat out.
Yeah,
it don't matter which game it is, but
yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I get it.
And you got to win your 2 Scooble
I think it
starts.
was smart.
of course,
I
but
think it was smart to do it the way they
Scooble-
did. I understand the logic. I'm not going to argue.
I
with
just
the
want
logic
Scooble
behind it.
twice at 100%.
no, I get that.
That's what
I
I
get
want.
that.
Fair enough.
So I kind of
100%
came
bad.
down too because I wanted him game 1 too, but I kind of came down off of that.
So Scooble twice at 100% would be games 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Because 4,
Games 2
2
and
and
5.
5.
2 and
Yeah.
5. Because that's you get a day off in
Yeah.
between this week.
So your bullpen got to come through at least once.
Yeah,
But that's never not been
praying
the
you
case.
see game 5.
That has been the case since day number 1. It really
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
It's 2 Scooble wins and a bullpen win.
If
That's it.
if they win today and then lose, they don't get that bullpen win in Game 3 and Game 4 at Comerica Park.
They
Well,
lost.
that's the whole point
Yeah.
that everybody's been trying to make is okay. They didn't
I am
get that
confident-
bullpen win.
I am confident we'll get one of those though, because having the bullpen games be at home, that's
Big
too.
difference, yeah.
Games 3 and 4, or games 3 and 4 being bullpen games at home, or Reese Olson or Jackson Jobe if you decide to open with one of those guys.
You want to know here's my overlying problem.
You guys
with
know
it.
my feeling. Bo Brisky, just a steady dose of Bo Brisky.
He'll probably start the next game.
Yeah, I can see it.
100%.
See, Wheezy D313, and Wheezy, you're a valued member of the community.
Shout out.
Shout out. You know I have respect for you. You know I do, and we value you. But
I knew that was coming.
we did want to see Scooble at Comerica. What is our fascination with this stuff? I want to win the series.
I want to win the series.
I want to win the series, Wheezy D.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit where Scooble pitches. Here, Cleveland, the moon, Jupiter. I don't care. I want to win the series.
Yep. Fact.
I don't care where he pitches. I'm not starting someone game 1 at 80% so we can quote see him at Comerica. I know it's Neil. It's been a decade since we've been here.
We're all
we
starters.
didn't even know how the playoffs worked a week ago.
Bring it down.
Take it down.
Yep, there you go.
I was just thinking out loud.
Woosah.
Okay.